Hey everyone, Presale here, your second favorite Uniswap ape. So obviously I haven't made a video in quite a while, I think since 10 days ago. And obviously it's because the market is really cuck at the moment, as you guys can see. And I don't want to be, promoting or covering projects when I don't think they're going to be performing well. And that's why I haven't been making videos, obviously. But there are 3 projects coming up that I think will be pro despite of this bearish pre-sale market. And obviously the market is really bearish actually at the moment for pre-sales. I mean, past few ones coming out that you expect really good performances from have been doing terrible, to say the least. So hopefully the trend changes. Hopefully the market goes bullish again in the new year at least, and pre-sales pick up again. Obviously the pre-sale season that passed was insane. I mean, it was just ridiculous in terms of hype. So it's going to be hard to top that, but it's definitely possible, especially with games in general, especially the good ones I think will do well. And these 3 I'm going to be covering, I think are really solid ones that are worth keeping an eye on. So the first one is Ertha, and I'll start out by saying it already had the IDO. So I know it's a bit late to cover pre-sale for this video, but I still wanted to cover this project anyways, since I'm really bullish on it. Sold out insanely quickly on CDFI, Redcard, and GameFi, all under a minute. I mean, it's insane. As you can see on GameFi, it sold out in 32 seconds, which is incredible. So what is Ertha? Ertha is a Heroes of Might and Magic game type inspired by economic social MMO game based on exploring and investigating the world, leveling up, choosing specializations, and increasing the strength of your company and your country. And it's designed to replicate real-life environments, simulating the actions that people have to perform to earn a living. So they're going to have a world, basically, consisting of 350,000 hex land plots, which can be purchased as NFTs, which is going to be their land NFT. It's going to be on BSC, which is awesome. So in Ertha, you'll be able to acquire virtual land plot NFTs called hexes, which is going to be 350k. And what can you do with these? As it says here, there are many possible transactions that earn hex owner cashback Ertha tokens through employment tax, sales tax, company fees, company revenue, warehouse fees, delivery, and airfare fees. So let's have a look at their website, see more about what it's all about, basically. So you can be the landowner where you control limited supply of high valuable hexes. And each Ertha hex plot is on an extremely valuable NFT where dozens of companies and hundreds of people work in-game and pay taxes in Ertha token. So you'll be able to develop your plots and increase their value, extract and sell them to the market, build companies to manufacture NFTs, and rent them out as well, and be involved in the politics of the game. You can see also here screenshots of how the world's going to look with the different hexes and so on. So you'll be in control. You can earn real money while you play. It's divided into hexagons, so a home for player communities. Players are free to choose where to live, study, and work. And you can earn Ertha tokens, which can be exchanged for any cryptocurrencies. You can find resources, studies, and jobs via the map, travel to the farthest corners of the world, can build a residence in the place of your choosing, studies and are subsidized by the state budget, and all market transactions use Ertha tokens. Then there's also going to be wars and disputes, as you can see with the borders being the most volatile, as they say. And all citizens will be able to participate in the wars, and states can be overtaken by opposing states. So in terms of the token utility, we can see Ertha is obviously a ticker built on BSC as we went through. It's going to be used for in-game governance and voting, staking, project bounties, buying and selling the NFTs, reward streamers and most active players, and as a means to initially acquire a future strictly in-game form of currency that will not be sold or placed to players directly otherwise. So we can see actually a trailer here of the game, which looks really awesome. I mean, I really like the style of it. Reminds me kind of Cities Skylines, which is a really cool game. So it looks kind of similar to that. So I can see it gaining traction. So we can check out some more pictures here. I mean, really looks cool, I must say. So overall, definitely gets a backup pro from me. Obviously, the market's shaky, so consider that when I'm giving my ratings. Yeah, that's it for Ertha. Definitely bullish on that. Low initial market cap, so I think it's got really tons of potential. So next up, let's check out Decimated. And this game is building up tons of hype, I must say, quite a while now. And it's going to be built on Unreal Engine And as you can see, you can build wasteland bases or customize city apartments that will stay there every time you play. And it's already coming up on Steam, which is awesome. It's actually one of the first games I've seen coming out on Steam. And we can actually have a look at the trailer here, which looks awesome. You can see obviously Unreal Engine is awesome graphics. So it's one of those games where the graphics, which we'll see shortly, really represent how the game's actually going to look, I must say. So this is already very impressive. You can add it to your wish list actually already on Steam, which is great. Release date isn't out yet, but there's a lot of trailers of how it's going to look, and it looks really cool. As you can see, it's a 3D, it's a third-person survival role-playing game currently in development, where players can choose to play a variety of roles in a dystopian cyberpunk world. So we can have a look at the gallery now, through all the pictures and artwork of the game, which I must say really looks awesome. And as you saw by the trailers, it's actually going to be extremely similar to how this looks. So this is definitely one to keep an eye on and look forward to, especially since it's coming out on Steam. So that's really exciting. And it's, Steam is one of the biggest gaming platforms. So if it's going to build up traction with a big user base, then for sure this is the game that will do that, since it's already going to be open to everyone via Steam. Then you can see via the marketplace what you're going to be able to buy here, different vehicles, transporters, apartments even. You can, for example, if we click a city apartment, you can view it. Obviously it's coming soon, so you can just add it to your wish list. But you can own your own virtual apartment in the future, which is awesome. So they also received an epic mega grant from Unreal Engine. So that, of course, is super bullish. It's going to launch, they're planning in 2022 for now. Then we can check out that it's built on Solana. It was initially going to be on Ethereum, but they moved to Solana, which I must say is an awesome choice. Negligible gas fees, so that's bullish. Then they've also partnered with Elumia. Well, actually, they're being supported by Elumia. And as you know, Elumia behind FTX. So it makes you question, is it going to go on FTX? Obviously, that's also super bullish. So that's also very pro. And next up, they're going to have their sale, their public sale on Firestarter on the 26th of December. As you can see here, whitelist is open until tomorrow, 10 p.m. UTC. And if you haven't been following Firestarter, current market cap is only 20 million, which is quite low compared to other launchpads. And they really do have some really good games coming up on their launchpad. Obviously, Decimated being one of them. And then the next project we're going to be covering, Elumia, most likely another candidate. But overall, Decimated definitely gets a Chos Pro from me. Ideal listing date's actually 26th of December. We can put that here. So definitely one to keep an eye on. I think this is going to be really solid. Then the last project we're going to be covering is Elumia. And this one is really early at the moment, I must say. So it's definitely one to join and to keep track of. As you can see, the website, Legends of Elumia, play to earn MMORPG for PC and mobile. And they've also got a trailer video, which looks great, I must say. And hopefully the game's going to look like this as well, because this is really cool graphics, and I'm interested to see how the gameplay is going to be, but it definitely looks awesome. Okay, that was interesting. Anyways, so game setting. It's a next generation play to earn massively multiplayer online RPG developed by a large experienced team of game developers. So holders of their governance token will have a say in the future direction of the game development. We'll go more into detail about the tokens later. But it's going to be a metaverse game where players are going to have full ownership of their characters, equipment, land, and buildings, and so on. And there's going to be multiple opportunities to earn. Obviously, that's important by winning battles against other players, completing dungeons, and defeating the enemies in the world. Obviously, high graphics like you saw in the trailer, so that's exciting. So in terms of gameplay, there's going to be different styles. So metaverse, where you can buy your own land in Elumia City, make customized buildings, socialize with other people, trade on the marketplace, and so on. They're going to have PvE and PvP as well, where in PvE you can explore hostile worlds, team up and defeat powerful enemies, create and join player guilds, upgrade and power up your characters. And in PvP you'll duel with other players, fight team battles in arena, try different battle modes, and participate in esports with your team. They're also going to have game NFTs, as you can see them, different characters, which look really cool with different class, races, and skills. As you can see, legendary ones here and Shapeshift. They're also going to have the Metaverse NFTs to represent the land. And obviously, you're going to have full ownership of these assets, which can be bought and sold in the marketplace they're going to have. So in terms of the tokens, they're going to have two different tokens, ELU and EKS. ELU is the governance and staking token, and EKS is the game currency token. It's going to be built on Solana as well, which is awesome to see. So ELU is Elumia crowns, used for governance and decision making, in-game benefits and rewards for staking, part of character and item upgrading and spent on in-game activities, whereas EKS is Elumia crystals, and that's going to be the in-game reward token as a medium of exchange, earned during gameplay, economy balancing mechanics, and spent to buy in-game items. Then you can see the tokenomics seed has 60-day lockup, strategic 45-day, private sale 30, and public sale 2 weeks. So lock on all of those rounds. Actually, that's the lock after you get the amount on TGE. As you can see, seed gets 2.5%, strategic 3.75%, private 5%, and public 10%. Team, obviously, large lock on those, which is always essential. So that all looks really good, and you can see the team is really serious. I mean, they've got even offices. I don't know how many projects these days have an actual proper office. So that's good to see. Also quite an in-depth roadmap. So Firestarter here tweeted about them, and obviously it makes you think very likely it's going to go on Firestarter launchpad, and with them launching Decimated makes me really bullish on them. So this is going to be really a promising one to keep an eye on. And as we went through, it's going to be built on Solana, which is also really good to see. And a lot of the recent projects launching on Solana have been performing really well. I think people are more keen to trade and everything like that on Solana with negligible fees. So this one also gets a Beckas Pro for now, obviously pending tokenomics, all that info. But as soon as that comes out, I'll be sharing it also on my Telegram. So make sure to join that. Also join their Telegrams if you want to follow them. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.